Hey, welcome back. This is a B minor chord. It is the minor version rooted on the 5th string of our 4 bar chords. And the only way really to play a B minor, at least in your traditional starter off sense. So anyway, let's zoom in a little bit and see how we are doing this. So here we go. Welcome back, and B minor. That's the chord we're tackling this time. Now this is not a beginner chord, but I admire all of you for your ambition, and it will become one of the most fun chords to play, regardless of your skill level. The way that this works is it begins with a bar, and so your first finger is going to have to learn how to bar over 5 out of 6 of the strings on the guitar. So the best way to do this is in the form of how you approach the bar. So I like to think of it this way, where you're basically going like this. You're going from the pad of the thumb to the tip of the first finger, and you have the guitar in the middle of that. So you don't want to have your thumb too far back this way, and you don't want to have your thumb too far forward this way. You want to have somewhere where it just feels like you're just doing this, but the guitar neck is in the way, in the center. And so you're optimizing the way that you approach this pressure-wise. So I have my first finger, and the lowest note we're going to play is the 2nd fret on the 5th string. So you should be getting that note. And as I play that note, I make sure to actually mute, if at all possible. This is kind of hard, but you want to mute the string right above with the tip of your first finger right here. So you don't want to just flop it down on top of both strings. The lowest note in a B minor is the B note, and that's the note on the 2nd string, 2nd fret of the 5th string. So you should be getting that note. And if you like to see how your bar is, you can play through and see how it sounds. Not necessary really, because these center strings aren't part of the B chord, but the top note is. So you might want to check and make sure that you're getting both of those. Now it probably looks like my finger's right on top of the fret. If you were to get very close, let me tip it a little bit. You can actually see that it's just very close to the fret. It's not actually writing over the fret. You don't want to bar and end up somewhere here, because everything will just be muted. And you don't want to be too far back, because then you could be fretting and squeezing really hard. You're still going to kind of get a buzzy sound or a dead string. So you're going to have to find that spot where your first finger is very straight up in line against with the fret. Now as far as where I'm pushing on the first finger, I feel like some of the pressure is a little bit more on this back side here. Just a little bit though. It is very flat. You don't want to be too far tipped this way, or rolling this way. So find what works for you, but for me it just seems to fall that it's a little bit more on the outer side of my finger as far as where the pressure is. But what's important is that the thumb and the first finger are coming together this way. So that's just a little bit about how to approach the bar. Now the rest of the chord shape, as we go to the D string, you're going to have to stretch your 3rd finger up to that note. So you should be getting that. You're getting 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret with your 3rd finger on the D string. Then the pinky goes right underneath for the 4th fret on the G string. Middle finger comes over. Most important note, the minor 3rd. That's the note that makes this chord a minor chord. Sound nice and moody. That's with your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then if you get a nice bar, 2nd fret will be barred on the 1st string as well. So 2nd, 4th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, those are your frets. 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret. So So that's how you do your B minor. So always start from the bar and getting the shape of the bar, and then start making the stretch up with the third finger, and you'll probably have to scoot it back a little bit to get the pinky to be under the same fret as well. And then middle finger comes in to round it out. And if you're getting something where you're getting kind of a dead note, what's going on there is your pinky needs to actually curl a little bit more out of the way, because it's probably leaning on the string that your middle finger's trying to play. Because your middle finger has that string fretted behind the string that your pinky's on. So your pinky's going to get its note, but it might lean on top of the middle finger. So you want to watch for that, and you want to watch that the middle finger isn't leaning on top of the string behind it. You don't want to let any of your fingers do this kind of thing where they bend backwards. Always keep these three right here. And that's how you play your B minor.